Parliaments have a critical role in translating the new Sustainable Development Agenda into real improvements for the lives of the world's people. This was the message from the head of the Interparliamentary Union, Saber Chowdhury, on the margins of the 4th World Conference of Speakers of Parliament, which took place in New York this week.
We are in politics because we want to make a difference to people's lives. We want to enrich their lives. We want to help them live their dreams. And this is the perfect opportunity to do so.
Parliamentary leaders from some 140 countries pledged to place democracy at the service of peace and sustainable development for the world that people want.
This is the place where governments come and make pledges. They make a lot of promises, they make commitments. And we are basically here not to make pledges, but to make sure that the pledges that are made are in fact kept. And this is the job of parliaments.
The conference concluded with the adoption of a wide-ranging 38-point declaration that covered the many challenges the world is faced with today. As world leaders prepare to adopt the UN Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, later this month, a diverse coalition of public figures, civil society groups, and companies announced a new campaign aimed at bringing awareness of the goals to 7 billion people in 7 days. Richard Curtis, the filmmaker behind major international hits such as 4 Weddings and a Funeral, Notting Hill, and Mr. Bean, is lending his talents to this Global Goals campaign, which aims to make these goals famous and to push for their implementation worldwide.
Myself and some friends and some colleagues thought what we'll do is just try and give a year to working out ways to communicate these SDGs, to try and make people excited about them, interested in them, realize that they're to do with all the things that they feel passionate about, justice and development and climate.
The 17 goals set out to transform the world by meeting 169 targets for ending extreme poverty, fighting inequality and injustice, and tackling climate change by 2030.
The big sort of motto behind this is that you can't fight for your rights if you don't know what they are. And this is a sort of statement of planetary rights. And we want people to know what they are so that they can then demand them of their leaders.
Outside the main train station in Budapest, over 1,000 refugees wait to continue their journey. For several days now, they have been stuck here after Hungarian authorities closed off the station, preventing all refugees from taking trains bound for Austria and Germany. Many here are close to despair, according to the UN Refugee Agency, or UNHCR.
Family and children will have no more money to eat, to drink water at least, to drink milk at least. We have no more words to describe our situation.
This unprecedented influx has put huge pressure on the Hungarian government. It has also prompted calls from the UN on European countries to approach the refugee crisis in a spirit of solidarity and to provide those seeking safety in Europe with safe legal alternatives, including resettlement or humanitarian admission programs.
We are calling on Hungary to provide people fair access to asylum, and there should be proper reception for these people. And also, it's also a European responsibility. I mean, there needs to be a way where some of the refugees are relocated to other European countries on equal basis. No one country should be left to deal with the refugee issue all by itself.
UNHCR says the latest influx into a number of European countries of people fleeing conflict has now become the largest migration in the continent since the Second World War.